So I'm going to continue with some of this from the East End. It's kind of jumbled. And again, being burnt all night, I don't feel well. I've had diarrhea. I feel pretty sick. I have to look for an apartment in 2 weeks. I have to do my taxes because I've been so sick. You're not able to keep up with things, which is what they want, because the more they can make you look incompetent, the more they can destroy your life, the more they can push through these lies and covering this all up. So where are we? So we moved into East End. My mother has a new boyfriend, Mr. Fred Braender. Now I thought he had problems. He was very dirty. His teeth were rotten. He seemed to have a lot of issues. But of course, it's my mother's boyfriend. You try to do the best you can. I was in 5th and 6th grade. My cousins were involved with the Brenders, Marie Raleigh, the Mystics, Casacrias, Lisa Fumara. Oh yes, Lisa Fumara. You and I are going to have a couple conversations about all your filth too. She's a nurse now too. Yes, Lisa Fumara can be a nurse after all her filthy shit. But let's continue on with the story. See, there's so many people connected, so many stories, but see, they get away with everything because they're all friends with the cops, obviously, because the Spencer family are too busy chasing me around and harassing me and setting me up as some sort of scapegoat for all these people. I didn't date Mr. Braender. I didn't have anything to do with these people. I didn't even know them. I didn't even want to get involved with my half family because I had already been molested by the time I went down to East End by my half family, so I didn't really want anything to do with them. But of course, I had to go over to Holly's and see Holly. Her mother was seeing Sam. Now, Sam has a garage too, and that's where Lisa Fumara comes in. She threatened me numerous times to beat me up, and on and on. Friends with Marie Raleigh, friends with the Mystics, the Casacrias, a whole lot, a bunch of other people down to East End. And then the Megnas made another appearance, threatening me when they brought me over to Grimmy Avenue and telling me they were living the celebrity lifestyle on Grimmy Avenue. Made fun of my little bathing suit and told me they didn't want to be friends anymore because I wasn't wealthy enough by this point. I was living in East End, and I guess they thought it was funny to make fun of Mr. Braender. I had no idea at the time. So by the time we moved to Fort Johnson, we didn't live down to East End for very long, and there's many stories down there. About what went on, but suffice to say, I moved on with my life. So you see the pattern here? I move on each time, and these people drag me down into the mud, which is what my grandmother repeatedly told me. My grandmother never said a word about these people. She wasn't the type to gossip and talk about people and put them down, but my half family did all the time when they weren't bleaching their hair white and hating on my grandmother and doing the other things that I look back now and think, oh, this is why this all was. The constant harassment about not being blonde and blue-eyed, the constant harassment about every body part, and we can get into some of this extremist sort of behavior from these people that, they're odd connections with my immediate family, my primary family, because my great uncle got involved with these people when he went down to solicit a prostitute down to East End. Okay, so we can get into that and all these other intersections. So you can see how incestuous some of these people are. You can see how, as a little girl, I had one father and one mother who were divorced, and my grandmother. The family was split apart, but all these hangers-on keep coming into my life, making up a bunch of shit and pretending this sort of familiar, family relationships when they weren't family at all. But I had to deal with all these extended family members that weren't family members. It's just because of the people my mother got involved with. So there's lots of stories with this Marie Raleigh, who recently went in there and told them I didn't do community service. She's a CO now, made up a bunch of lies. The Me6 made up a bunch. See, these people get jobs, but people like me, my career, my home, my assets were destroyed. My dog, they thought this was all funny at the jail, and they continue to think it's funny. They were involved with Loretta and Lorraine Saltzman. They were involved with numerous people in Fort Johnson, the Youngmans. That's a whole other story with them, round back to Bobby and Sheila Carabello that were friends with my mother. So you can see a pattern here. All these people were friends with these mechanics in Amsterdam, and they drove cab, which the Flanagans drove cab years ago. So round and round it goes with these people that continue to want to lie and make up stuff about me and continually call the cops and say I have mental health issues, but they don't want to look at some of what was going on with these people. And so we will continue. I sort of get off on tangents because it's hard that I had to go in for a divorce and be denied all these assets because the Spencer family was digging up things in my past. So he was writing up his dissertation. His brother's also a CEO over there that was causing trouble about my underwear, for God's sakes. And around and around and around this goes. So you see, these people have nothing better to do all day long than to make up false allegations about people, make up a bunch of stuff, have these false arrests, lock you up, accuse you of everything under the sun that they are doing, that they are involved in, that they have connections with. And we can get more into that because I wrote 3 formal complaints about these police officers not doing their job, but they repeatedly continue this.